Hello and welcome to another GCSE revision video. In this video we're going to be looking at the AQA GCSE 8300 series. This is the third paper in the foundation tier. It is a calculator paper, so we are allowed to use calculators. And we pick it up in question 26, which reads 42 men and 38 women visit a restaurant. 44 of these people have a voucher. 3 times as many men as women do not have a voucher. 26A says complete the frequency tree. Okay, wow. Alright, so... Okay, so 44 of these people have a voucher, so we actually know this one already. We don't have to do any calculations. We can just shove that one in, even if we don't know anything else. We know that 42 men and 38 women visit a restaurant. So the total number of people who visit the restaurant is going to be 42 plus 38. So that's 42 plus 38. Of course, we can use a calculator. But 8 plus 2 is 10 and 4 plus 3 is 7. So that's 80. So now we know that 44 people have a voucher out of a total of 80 people that visit the restaurant, which means that the remainder don't have a voucher. 80 minus 44, well 80 minus 40 is 40, and 40 minus 4, well 4 minus 10 is 6, so it's 36. So now we need to look at the gender. So we know that 3 times as many men as women do not have a voucher. So if we look at those who don't have a voucher, we know that 3 times as many men as women do not have a voucher. So 3/4 are men and 1/4 are women. Hang on, 3/4 of what? So that's 3/4 of 36. So that's 36 times and 36 times. Because it's these people, it's those who don't have a voucher. So let's do the 1/4, because then we can just multiply the answer by 3. 36 times 1/4 is the same as 36 divided by 4, which we know from our 9 times tables is just 9 times 4 is 36, so that's 9. Of course you can use a calculator. Now if 9 women don't have a voucher, then the remainder must have a voucher. So we can either do 9 times 3, because 3/4, which would make 27, or we could have just taken that 36 and subtracted the 9, and we would have 27. Because to subtract 9, you just take 1 away from the tens column and add 1 to the units column. So that leaves us with these 2 circles or ellipses that are not filled in. So what do we know? We know that 42 men visit the restaurant, and we know that 27 do not have a voucher. So 42 minus 27 is equal to, well, if I add 3 to the 7, I would get 30, and then I need to add 10 to get to the 40, so that's 13, and then I add another 2 to get to the 42, so that's 15. Of course you could use a calculator. So we know that out of the 44 people, 15 are men. So therefore, the remainder are going to be women. So 44 minus 15, well 44 minus 14 is going to be 30, and we need to take one more away, so that's 29. Okay, so that's the frequency tree completed. 26b says, a voucher takes 15% off the bill. After using the voucher, the bill for a meal is £27.20. How much was the bill before using the voucher? Okay, well, I think the best thing to do is to try and think this through logically. So we don't know how much the bill was. Let's call it B for bill. And we know that if we take 15% of B, so that's 15 times B divided by, or 15 over 100 times B. And we know that all of that is going to come to £27.20. So now if I factor out the B, I've got B into 1 minus, and 15 over 100, we just move the decimal point 2 places to the left, so that's 0.15 is equal to £27.20. Well, if I take 15 away from 100, I'm going to have 85. So 1 minus 0.15 is 0.85. So 0.85 times B is equal to £27.20. So the original bill is equal to £27.20 divided by 0.85. And if I grab my calculator, so it's £27.20 divided by 0.85 is equal to 32. And so the answer is £32. I could put the decimal point and 00 in. Just don't put a P afterwards because this is currency. Okay, I hope you found that helpful. If you're taking your GCSEs this year, I'd like to wish you every success with your revision and every success with your exams. And I look forward to seeing you in another video.